That's certified white people shit right here.
Certified white people shit. What the?
The chili cheese Fritos.
Are those your favorite type of chips?
Nah. What, Fritos in general?
Yeah,
Why, you seen me with them before?
I have seen. I have seen it with them.
Yeah, nah, I like them. I ain't gonna lie, I like the original too. Favorite chip?
Yeah.
Huh. Oh, good one. I mean, hot Cheetos are good. But
Hot Cheetos.
honestly, can't go wrong with just some regular Lay's potato chips and some hot sauce and lemon on the top. You know what I mean?
Man, would you? All right, this is gonna sound basic as hell, bro. I feel like in this moment that I'm having this conversation with you, my answer for favorite chip is Takis.
Nah,
Right.
see, I don't fuck with
You
Takis.
don't fuck with Takis? Why not?
It tastes too artificial.
Too
Like,
artificial.
obviously most chips are artificial, but it's too artificial for me. You know what I mean?
I see.
I'd rather have hot Cheetos or hot fries
Okay.
all day long.
Hot Cheetos. See, like I like Cheetos, but I feel like Takis doesn't.
The limon.
Limon shit. Yeah.
Come on now.
Bro, no. See, my friend. I have a friend who like will add. He'll just get the regular flaming hot, and he'll add the fucking. Honestly, that's meta.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. That's innovation right there, bro.
So yours is Takis.
In this moment right here, it's Takis. See, the thing about me, bro, is
Switches up.
my brain. I don't. There are very few things where I'm like, this is my favorite.
Yeah.
There's only I have a favorite movie. It's Interstellar, but like favorites. If you ask me a favorite, what's your favorite song?
My favorite movie is Interstellar.
My favorite movie is Interstellar.
Out of all movies.
Yeah. I just like I like this concept of a guy wants to save his family and he's making the ultimate sacrifice to do so. That to me that's like a pure story. They go out there and save your family, and he has to leave his family to go save it.
Yeah.
Do you like superhero?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite hero?
Spider-Man.
Oh, for sure. Okay, mine's Batman.
Okay, Batman's cool.
Batman's cool. I like that he's just
Tell me who could save Bruce Wayne.
when he's down for the count.
I know where it comes from.
Yeah, that's exactly where it comes from. Because to me, all right, Spider-Man, he was given powers. Superman, he has powers because he's on planet Earth. Bruce Wayne is a fucking multi-billionaire. He doesn't have to do anything for anybody but himself. And he said, nah, like, I take it upon myself to try to save the city. And he can't. That's the fucked up part, is he can't. No matter what he does, Gotham low-key gets worse.
Yeah.
And he still says...
The Batman movies are spectacular.
They're great.
I mean, one of my all-time favorite movies with Heath Ledger, The Batman Returns, is it?
Yeah.
Bro.
Wait. Yeah.
Well, Heath Ledger as the Joker.
He's the best Joker.
Bro, best Joker, and
Hands
just
down.
by far one of the best Batman movies in general, I think, bro.
I would agree with that. I think that he's probably the best Batman.
Yeah, for sure.
How do you feel about the most recent Batman?
Didn't really like it.
Really?
Yeah, it was all right. I think I went and seen it in theaters.
The only Batman I don't like is Ben Affleck's.
Oh yeah, for sure. That one sucks.
I like the Batman movies, the more recent one, because they're like, you know what, we've seen the action, we've seen all that. Let's have him be a fucking detective.
Yeah, it was all right. It's just something
Not your cup
about
of tea.
it's just something about the movie with Heath Ledger. After that, there's nothing you can do.
I see what
When someone performs that fucking good and the movie is that good in general, anything after is just it's never
gonna be the same.
It's never gonna be the same because now I'm forever comparing it. You know what I mean?
I feel like we just stumbled on an interesting conversation. You said, no matter if something's that great, it doesn't matter what you do after. It'll never be the same.
Well, obviously, it could still be another great movie after, but for my brain to already know that there was something great before, it's like there's too much comparison, like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant,
Right.
or Michael Jordan and LeBron. Obviously, or Michael Jordan and my favorite, Steph Curry. Obviously, these people are really good nowadays, but we're still always going to compare to Michael Jordan. right? So it's the same thing with movies or anything like that. You're just always gonna compare, and you might have the answer of yeah, it actually is better, but there's still the Batman movie with Heath Ledger,
Right.
and unless something happened to that movie in my brain,
yeah,
it don't matter. You know what I mean?
You know what? I can understand where that comes from. I feel like this is me making things deep as I fucking always do, but I feel part of where my issue lies in terms of like support from, call it my friends or whoever, is I am on the same playing field. You and I are on the same playing field as the biggest artists in the game. And instead of appreciating, okay, I appreciate that August or Nitty or whoever, they made this piece of art that is perfect for where they're at right now. It's very good for where they are at right now. As opposed to, oh, I didn't listen to your album because Drake is dropping his album. I didn't listen to your album because Kendrick Lamar put out his, and it's just not as good. My brain goes, I don't know about y'all, but every time I eat, I don't think, you know what, bro, that didn't satisfy my hunger from like a month ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the food, I hear you in the sense of comparison. When the conversation time comes down to comparison, I'm with it 100%. But I feel like these days, a lot of people are like, I don't even want to touch or listen to another album or another artist because of this thing that I deem is the best ever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it'd be like that. Yeah, for sure.
I feel like that stops people from fucking like low-key
venturing out
and living their life.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's a good statement.
Would you say that, speaking of support, would you say that you struggle with support, like external support
in life?
Yeah.
No. Like struggle getting support, receiving it, even when it's there, or it's just non-existent.
For what you wish you had, I don't want to say what you wish. Everyone has different requirements for support, right? I'll ask it this way. Do you feel like you get enough support in anything that you do overall?
No, but I don't ask for it.
Do you intentionally don't ask for it?
No, I mean, I do and I don't, because obviously I put like, let's say music on Instagram, so it's asking for support.
Right.
But I'm not out there like, hey, it'd be really dope if you watched this video, and if you didn't, please unfollow me or something. Like,
please unfollow me.
You know what I mean? And like the aspect of my family, I don't ask for the support. I'm a grown ass man. As from my wife, I don't ask for support. Sometimes I expect it, but I'm not gonna be mad when it's not there. That's a better way to put it. So yeah, in certain aspects, I expect support, but when it's not there, it is what it is. Move the fuck on.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I definitely feel all my life I've lacked the correct amount of support, but it's also because I put myself in a fucking shell. You know, I'm not willing to fucking put myself out there and my personality to be liked by a bunch of people, so that all these random people are like, yo, I fuck with dude. You know what I mean? I barely know that dude, but he's fucking cool. People like, I barely know that dude and I don't really like him. You know what I mean? Like, right. So it's my fault.
Do you, there's so much that I want to unpack. I want to start with, you don't ask for it. And then you mentioned something, you said, I'm a grown ass man.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, in general, for men, do you think men enjoy that? No, I was saying in general, do you feel like if men asked for support, they would be happier in their lives?
I don't know. It's hard because I can only speak for myself. But I think we do it because if you ask for support too much, you come off as like, oh, you can't do nothing for yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's real.
Not necessarily like you're a bitch, but like, come on, bro, figure it out. You know what I mean? Why are you over here asking for shit? Like, that's what a woman does. She asks for shit. Like, can you give me this? Can you buy me that? Like, go out and fucking get it. You're a grown ass man. Women voted for rights and all this, but men still have better opportunities. Let's face it.
Right. Yeah.
We can go make a lot more money. We can go fucking be engineers and fucking go into the oil industry or some shit. Like, there's so much shit that men can do. Not to knock women, but like, as a man, to make an excuse is worse than a woman making an excuse.
Right.
I think. You know what I mean? So yeah, most men don't ask for support just because they know, like, I'll be a bitch if I ask for support too much. You know what I mean? Because then it seems like I can't figure out my own life.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm right there with you because I experienced it like firsthand. I was the guy at one point in my life where it's like, yo, could you give me a ride or could you do this? And people were doing it at first. And then at a certain point, you become a burden. I often make this analogy to my wife. I say, if you were to lose your job tomorrow, nobody, including myself, is going to start counting the days for you to get another job.
No.
But if I were to lose my job tomorrow, initially it's going to be like, oh, damn, like, what do you need? Are you good? Because they know I'm good for it. But in the back of their mind, they're like, I wonder when he's going to get the next one.
Oh yeah. If you've been unemployed for 3 months, you're just a bum.
You're a bum. You're a loser. You could have so much money saved up, and people are still going to look at you like you don't do anything for work. Like,
I've been there before. I was when I moved to Bakersfield, my lady, I was unemployed for, I think, 3 months.
Oh shit!
And she was paying everything. You know what I mean? She bought a TV for the house. We had no TV. We bought like a little 24-inch TV, bro. She bought a couch, and I wasn't able to contribute because I had just spent all my money trying to move us there. And then within the first fucking month, I was broke. You know what I mean? I had no more money left over. And yeah, I felt like a bum. I was sitting there doing bitch shit while she was at work. I was cleaning the house, watching TV all day, and trying to go apply for jobs and shit. You know what I mean? And nothing was panning out. So, with each passing month, it was like, yo, like, maybe I'm not meant to fucking be here where I'm at. Maybe I should just go back to my old life. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I prospered and found a job, and that was that. But yeah, definitely. I think it's an ego thing too. But I think as a man, if you feel comfortable not having a job and being unemployed, there's something wrong with you. You either were spoiled, you're entitled, or you just ain't tripping.
Oh shit! All right. This is gonna come out in. I mean, it's already out there because I put it out there in my own content. But I talk a lot about how I fucked up my life in a later series that's gonna come out after my son is born. And one of the things I talk about was I went from not having any money to having financial aid, but they were all loans, and I was ignorant to what a fucking loan was, and
I didn't know you had to pay it back.
I didn't. No, I didn't. I was like, oh, this is grant money. This is free money.
Yeah.
And some of it was, but not fucking $30,000 of it.
Damn.
So I was living off of financial aid while at the same time, like I was living in this big ass house full of what I thought were my friends.
Yeah.
Right. And we're having nothing but great times and shit. So my brain goes, why would I get a job when the money is right here? In your opinion, I know we've spoken about like situations like that before, but for the sake of conversation, like, what would you do in my shoes back then?
If I just got hella loans and stuff?
No, you went from put yourself in my exact situation.
All right.
You got loans, but you don't know what those are. You just went from I'm broke to here's $7,000 in one shot. You still have rent, but it's a new experience for you.
How old are we talking though? Because for me,
I was 18.
Oh, you're 18? Oh yeah, I would have spent that money on so much dumb shit, bro. Oh yeah, for sure. I would have bought a car, fucking drugs.
Drugs?
Yeah, for sure. Because when I was 18, I had the street hustler mind.
Right.
So it was, if I came up on money, it was, how can I buy hella drugs? Because I have all these customers. So I'm about to make hella money right now.
Right.
And obviously, like, I was always trying to stay fresh. So I would buy outfits. I'd probably buy a car that I wanted, you know what I mean? Something a little cheap, something. But yeah, I would instantly go into flip mode. How can I flip this whatever $1,000 into more.
I see.
And that's how when I was in the streets, that's the mentality. You anytime you got money, just like re-up, and if you cop, a fucking half ounce, your next one should be an ounce.
Right.
The next one should be so and so. You know what I mean? So same thing with money.
Y'all hear that? That's Hustler 101. So no, it's funny you say that. I mean, I'm not gonna
still recording.
I'm pretty sure because I think it's the red.
Oh,
the red. I want to look it up, but fucking driving. I feel like when I look back on my life now, I think, bro, if I was gonna spend that money anyway, I should have invested in my music career.
Yeah, 1,000%.
I don't think about like I should have flipped this ounce. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and see that's what sucks for me too, because I was rapping at 18, and if I came up on money, I should have thought that way too. I should have thought like, shit, let me buy some studio stuff. Let me, you know what I mean? Let me get the career jump started. But I was so mentally deep in the hustle mentality that I didn't realize rap was gonna be my hustle, bro. Back then, rap wasn't my hustle. It was just like I was just trying to make it out of nowhere.
Right.
I didn't know what the requirements were. I just thought all you have to have is a little bit of talent and dope songs, and people find out about you on YouTube or something.
I thought the same fucking thing. This is what I feel like. This is what made our project so fucking good, bro. Is that we have different lives, like completely different lives, and we had almost the same kind of train of thought at a certain point about specifically music.
Yeah, for sure.
So, at what point in your life did you realize that's not how that worked on the music front?
When I took it serious and actually started intertwining with other fellow artists that were in similar situations or more experienced and just getting gamed up.
Yeah.
And they're just realizing like there's studio time. Like people would try to put me in position, be like, yo, I know such and such homie, let's go mob to a studio. And then we get there and he's like, he has $100 an hour. I'm like, oh, this shit ain't for free. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So then I just started learning like it doesn't matter how talented you are. Sometimes it matters who you know, but money. Like you gotta dish out the money. You gotta prove to people that you're willing to fucking invest in yourself, like we were talking about earlier. And then they'll be like, okay, I'll fuck with dude. You know what I mean? So, I would say probably when I started taking music serious, which probably like 25 years old. So 7-8 years ago.
Damn.
Yeah. So it took a while. Cause I was rapping from 15 years old, 16 years old, for fun on the iPod, and somehow thought we were going to make it on the iPod. Didn't even have no real recordings yet. Right. And I was like, bro, I'm going to show this fucking voice memo to somebody and they're going to be like, yo, you know what I mean?
That's it right there. Yeah.
And it don't work like that. So yeah, I didn't start like actually getting in the studio, like for real until I was 24 years old, something like that, maybe.
Shit, bro.
So, there was like a 5-6 year span of just rapping just cause. But I don't regret it because that was practice.
Right.
You know what I mean? Practice for the big league. And that's why I'm so polished, not to fucking, strike my own ego, but that's why I'm so polished with my raps and my flow and my delivery. Just like I'm sure you feel the same way, is that time that we put into it, all those years we put into it wasn't just like, oh, I hear people saying, oh, I've been rapping for 10 years. Okay, well, how many times did you rap in those 10 years, though? Because, motherfucker, I rap damn near every day. Right. There was a point in my life I would make 4 or 5 songs every day and 7 days a week, bro, because I didn't have a job and I was selling drugs. So I could do that. You know what I mean? And this shit was really, like, helping me mentally.
It was an outlet for you. We've spoken about that in, like, several of our interviews where music was an outlet for us.
Yeah.
Right? And there was obviously in the back of our mind this concept of making it.
Of course.
What is it like? Hopefully we make it. But I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, making it was more so, I want to get out of my current situation than it is, I want fame and I want people to know who I am when I walk down the street.
I ain't gonna lie. Back then, I was trying to make it just to fucking shit on all my homies that thought I couldn't make it. You know what I mean? Like, to be honest with you, bro, like, I didn't really care about anything. Obviously, the money would have been cool. When you're young, money's every day.
Right.
So I was money motivated, obviously. But I had a hustle. So I was like, no matter what, I ain't gonna be broke right now.
Right.
But yeah, my thing was like, all the people who said I couldn't do this shit or said I wasn't gonna be shit in life, I'm gonna prove them wrong. You know what I mean? And they're gonna see my face on a fucking billboard somewhere or on fucking MTV with Rob Deerdeck on Ridiculousness or some shit. I don't know. You know what I mean? So yeah, back then I had the wrong intentions. I was trying to prove people wrong. And
Did that ever change for you?
well, yeah, now I don't. I mean, there's still a little bit of part of me that, you know, would be excited if I made it to, you know, shit on all those people. But that's not what it's about now. Now it would be about probably just satisfaction of I've been doing this so long and I finally got something out of it. Whatever that looks like. It's just now I put so much time and effort into something. It'd be good to get some results.
Real shit. I feel like anybody who's watching this right now might feel like they listen to us and think we're probably the most jaded men on the planet. You know, do you feel like imagine you're talking to someone who feels that way, who they don't know us personally, they just listen to the music. What impression do you feel like they get from us?
I don't know. That's tough to say. I mean, me, especially from our interviews, like they would just say, I don't have trust. You know, I have trust issues.
Yeah.
And they would say that you have a lot of fake friends in your past. You know what I mean? Like we kind of both do. So yeah, like kind of like you said, they would probably think we're jaded. Like these are two talented individuals, but obviously like they've had shit done to them or whatever. Like that they don't fuck with certain people no more, or people don't fuck with them, whatever. So you know that maybe that does come off as we're trying to prove to ourselves or prove to the people that don't like us that we can do it still. You know what I mean?
Right. Fake friends, man. We talk a lot about, I mean, I know I talk a lot about fake friends about music. What do you feel like makes somebody fake?
Shit, there's a lot of things. I know as real as I keep it, there's moments that I'm fake. There's moments that I'm going to lie on purpose to save someone from the truth sometimes if I really love them that much. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
But if we're talking fake friends,
yeah, fake friendships.
What makes somebody a fake friend? If they go behind your back and say shit, or if they just act a certain way around you and they're not that person. I mean, someone could do that like that. They could be real, they could be your homie for years, and then out of nowhere, something switches.
Right.
Whether it's something you did or something they did or went through, something happens and they just start being distant and maybe dissing you behind your back. You know what I mean? Like
right.
That's the best way I could put it. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, like we can all just talk about it. That's the way I've always said anything. And maybe like me in my experience, I know I don't come off as somebody who's easy to talk to approach. I understand that. But I always try to let people know personally, like, hey, you could talk to me, bro. Like, even though it seems like you can't, and yeah, I probably got a mean look on my face all the time, like you could still hit me and be like, yo, I didn't like that shit you did yesterday. Let's talk about it. Cool. I'm down. Obviously, how you approach a situation is how I'm going to approach it as well and respond. But yeah, like a lot of things could be avoided. A lot of people turning fake could have been avoided, I think.
That, okay. Every time I feel like, oh yeah, I'm going to ask this, you fucking introduce something that made me say, damn, I got to talk about that. Because you said a lot of fake could be avoided.
Yeah, they could. For sure.
Tell me more about that. Like what do you mean by that?
Just communication. A lot of people turn fake because of assumptions or because they're jealous of you. Or like I said, something goes on in either's lives and they don't understand it, which
I see.
Lack of communication. So a lot of it can be avoided. I mean, obviously you can meet those people that are just fake from the gate. You know what I mean? That's a different story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But somebody who turns fake, it stems from something that happened.
I see what you're saying. See, to me, somebody who turns fake is, there's a different word for it, and I can't think of it right now, but I wouldn't classify, when I talk about fake friends, those are not the people I'm talking about. Those are people who are hurt and defending themselves from something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they have too much ego to be able to say, I'm hurt and defending myself. Or they're not emotionally mature enough to say, I'm hurt and I'm defending myself.
Yeah.
To me, a fake friend is someone exactly like you said. Out the gate, they have totally different intentions and they don't let that be known to you. but they're acting the opposite. So for me, that would be like if this entire time all I wanted to do was make an album with you, and I went through all this effort, all this like, oh yeah, I'll do this over here and do that over there. Oh yeah, I'll show up to this podcast, whatever the case may be, so that you and I can become friends. And then the second I get what I want, I'm like, all right, deuces. Or maybe not even what I want. The second you become too quote unquote difficult for me, I'm like, all right, I didn't even care about him enough to begin with. So
yeah, that happens a lot.
So to me, that is a fake friend. It's like you were never on this boat to be.
Yeah, you were beneficial, which is a lot of people. A lot of people want to hang around people that are beneficial to them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. They get in relationships, situationships that are beneficial, and as soon as it's not benefiting them, I'm out.
To me, I think that's great in terms of like, I guess, hustlership, but I think that's if there is a soul and there is an afterlife, and I believe that there is, I think that those people are fucking cowards.
So see, people preach loyalty and they ain't loyal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you could be shady and still be loyal to certain people. I used to be that. I used to be shady as fuck, but I was loyal to the soil for my people. You know what I mean? To somebody I don't know, I'm a shady character. You know what I mean? But for my people, it's love and loyalty. And now I think a lot of people got it twisted. They just don't have loyalty to themselves, to their fucking wife, to their husband, to their kids, to nothing. You know what I mean? Like, let's just be real. I see it all the time. They're just not loyal to it. They're not loyal to their own word. They say something and fucking switch up on themselves. Like, stand on business. You know what I mean? It's just, again, that's a lot of fake shit. So, but it's internal, like how you talk. You know what I mean? How you speak on how other people are towards you, or your, statements from the past. A lot of it is internal. And I had to realize that in my life, how I was acting towards other people was because I was battling with something. 9 times out of 10, that's what it is. It's the way you feel. That's why it goes back to what I was saying about someone turning fake. Like, nah, you feel some type of way, so now you're fake. And you're going to turn it on me and be the victim and be like, I'm fake. When all I did was just be distant because you acting weird.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I'm fake because I don't hit you up no more or something. And I ain't even talking just one person. Like, that happened multiple times in my life. And I want to say, I've actually experienced one of my closest homies as a younger kid. He stopped kicking it with me out of nowhere. And there was years that went by, and he hit me up for some tree one day. I was like, yeah, it's good, bro. I haven't seen you in a long time. And we met up, and after the exchange, he was like, hey, bro, I just want to... So yeah, my boy that I haven't fucked with in how long, after the exchange, he had told me like, hey, I had to stop kicking it with you and everybody that we was hanging out with because it wasn't no good for my future. And as much as it hurt me in the moment, I understood it and I respected it. And I respected it more because it was honest.
Right.
And since this day, we ain't close no more. But I respect the fact that he made the decision and understood that where I was going in my life was not where he wanted to take his. And I respect that more than someone like getting jealous or out of nowhere just fucking doing something and there's never any fucking communication of what happened.
That, I mean, you know for a fact that's that kind of shit that I go through.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm curious with your situation, like, because obviously the moment he cut you out of his life, you're probably not thinking that far ahead.
No.
So do you ever try to like hold space for the potential of maybe they're looking out for their own best interests and it's not personal to me. It's not against me or a reflection of who I am as a person. Or do you not think about stuff like that?
Back then I held a space for it, but now I don't. Back then I wanted friendship. I wanted love. I wanted, friendship because I just didn't have anything at home. So back then, as fucking fucked up as I was, I always did anything for my friends and always like thought the best. Right. You know what I mean? And then as I've gotten older and went through more shit and choose my peace over anything else, now it's just kind of cold-hearted. You know what I mean? I was cold-hearted before, but now it's like, nah, if it don't bring me peace, it's got to go.
Huh.
You know what I mean? That's just that. I don't got no patience no more is what it is. I don't have patience to sit and wait until you figure out what's going on with your life. I got my own shit to worry about, you know what I mean? And I've already established what I want in life. Just because you haven't, I don't got no time for that shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But it's different if someone communicates it
that
within
part.
a certain amount of time, where like maybe a week goes by and we haven't talked, and they're like, hey yo bro, just wanted to reach out, like I know we haven't spoke, but you know I'm kind of going through something right now, I'm figuring everything out, you know, we'll kick it soon. Something like that is respectable, bro. Then it's like, all right, cool, I've had that happen and I respect that dude, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't kick it as much, but you know, I respect his decision to figure life out, you know what I mean? Life is not easy. But the person who just goes ghost, or just fucking goes ghost and goes on the internet and starts fucking saying shit about innuendos about shit that might be happening in the friendship, that's when it's like, nah, bro, like are we men or are we females?
Right.
You know what I mean? So there's just ways to go about it.
That part right there, bro, where you're talking about, because I can honestly, I don't want to say I respect someone that goes ghost, but I can understand and have more empathy for, yo, this person disappeared off the face of the earth. Like,
Yeah.
so it's consistent. That's my biggest thing, bro, is I fuck with consistency. Where I use this example a lot because it's the fucking simplest one I can think of. If you were to get like rejected by a female or a woman, or like even like a male friendship, but like, hey yo, hey, cool dude, nothing against you. I just can't fuck with people who has tattoos.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? That sucks to hear, but I respect your honesty.
Yeah.
And then you see them on Instagram and damn near all their friends have tattoos.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So to me, it's like, what like,
You couldn't just keep it real and say it was me.
yeah. So I start to think to myself, what the fuck is so wrong with me that they couldn't just be real and say, yo, I didn't like your tattoo, like, or like, I just don't fuck with you, bro. Like,
Yeah.
to me, I respect someone who's consistent like that.
Yeah,
I have a
I feel
friend who never responds to any of my text messages, and I confronted him about it. He showed me his phone, bro. Doesn't respond to anybody. I'm like, you know what? Respect. But it's to your point, people will have, and I automatically default, I assume it's jealousy. But people will purposefully distance themselves from you out of nowhere. No, like we didn't have a fight or an argument or nothing like that. You just out of nowhere stop fucking with me. Out of nowhere. And I'm like, bro, human beings are curious. I hate when people are like, well, why do you care so much? It's not that I care. I'm fucking curious. What happened? Was it something that I'm doing to other people? Is it something that it was a one-off situation? I don't give a fuck about reconciling the once you show me who you are, that's who you are. But I'd be lying if I didn't say I was curious about what the fuck caused it. You know what I'm saying?
Do you regret any friendships that you've had?
Regret in what sense? Like ever being around them?
Yeah. Like ever letting them into your life?
No, nah, because I mean the fucking the typical answer is everything led me here, right? And that's like the honest answer. But I would say that the only thing I regret is not enforcing my integritous boundary. Like, all right, this is who I am as a person.
Yeah.
Like I don't actually make fun of myself. I was only doing that because it made you feel better and you laugh. Right? Like that's the only thing I regret. All the fake friendships in my life are my fault because
You let it happen.
I let it happen.
Yeah.
I let it happen. The only time that wasn't the case was with, I mean, you know the situation.
Yeah.
In the music industry, and where I genuinely think we're friends and I treat you like a friend. Like I invite you to my house, you and I have dinner one-on-one, and you invite me to your house. Our significant others are having dinner with each other, like that kind of
Yeah, where it seems super close.
Yeah, absolutely. Where like you and I fuck with each other outside of the music.
Yeah.
And that's where it was in that situation. And then out of nowhere, not only, it's one thing if you're finding yourself, I can respect that. But out of nowhere, you're speaking to other people about me in a way that's like, painting me out to be this, oh, yo, he wears ponchos for attention type of person. It's like, bro, you know me better than that. Number one, so that's intentional. Number two, what did I do? What is it that what did I do to you to make you start, I don't want to say crashing out because it's not that case.
Yeah.
To make you start acting that way. And I would say of all friendships I regret, that would probably be the only one I would regret.
So you do have
regrets. Yeah, I regret not thinking that, because someone who will talk shit about other people to you is going to do that about you as well.
Yeah.
So I regret thinking that he was any different for me. You feel me? Like he did what he did to me to all the people that are around him right now. But that's none of my business. I can't live with anybody else's soul.
Right.
The only thing I can do is recognize that when I see somebody like that in any industry, whether it's music or it's personal, so when someone shows you who they are, believe them.
Yeah.
You know?
Something hard. That's hard to learn.
It is hard to learn, man.
It's not hard to learn. It's hard to accept.
I think it's both. I think it's hard to learn because, like, I mean, I'm not gonna. I feel like I make myself sound like this wisdom guru, but in the moment, when you're in the heat of the moment of something, bro, like sometimes when you're excited about something, you start blocking out all the fucking red flags.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Imagine you're starving, right? Like you're hungry. You've gone so long without food, and someone's like, "Here's a burger." You might just grab that motherfucker and start scarfing it down.
Yeah.
Pause. But like, in my situation, bro, like, I had so much betrayal in my life outside of me being like, oh yeah, I'll be this person for you. I've had like genuine betrayal. I've had people outside of the music industry talk about me in ways that's like, I'm trying to bring you down to the people that you love, and it's working. So when I come across friendships to me that seem genuine, I fucking go all out because I want
to it.
Huh?
You latch onto it.
Latch onto it and try to appreciate it while it's here.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? But I'd be lying to you if in the back of my mind I don't think about, okay, what am I gonna do that's gonna push this person away?
Yeah.
You feel me?
But you gotta stop thinking like that.
It's hard, bro. It's hard.
I feel it, but
What would you recommend for me? You've known me for a while.
yeah, just what I've been telling you, but it's hard for me to give advice because I just go on my own advice, so I don't want you to like, think that my way is better than your way or whatever. Like, but
It's different than my
so
own.
yeah, for me personally, it's just being you. You know what I mean? Just not giving a fuck to the extent of people are gonna like me or they're not, and
Right.
that's that. Like, I'm not gonna try to change it. I'm not gonna try to change myself. I'm not gonna accommodate anything about myself for anyone else.
Anybody else?
I am who I am. I dress how I want to dress. I might dress the way I'm dressing now today, and tomorrow I'll choose to throw something else on where you're like, yo, what the fuck is dude wearing? But hey, I came out the house with this on, you didn't. So who gives a fuck? If there's a problem, then say it. You know what I mean? And half the people won't. They just gossip, and they can gossip all they want.
Real shit.
At the end of the day, people are always going to talk shit, whether you're dressed normal, dressed weird, look handsome, look ugly. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter, bro.
Yeah.
The fucking richest people have people that talk shit behind their back. You know what I mean? So you can't change that. And the only thing you can do is just be 100% authentic. And obviously, like I said, like I have cases where I lie and this and that, and I'm shady. I just mean real to yourself. You know what I mean? Real to others is to your best capability, but real to yourself. You can't be real to other people if you ain't real to yourself.
Real shit.
I mean, you got to look in the mirror and know who the fuck you are. I mean, if you're still trying to figure it out, that's one thing. But you know what I mean? If you establish who you are and who you want to be, don't change that up every so often to accommodate people, especially.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because people are going to see past that shit and they're going to be like, yo, homie's just fucking, he's acting like that because fucking so-and-so's here. You know what I mean? Like all of a sudden, all the fucking Paisa people show up and this dude's speaking Spanish out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like,
He never spoke Spanish in life.
So just shit like that, bro. Like That's my advice to anybody who's dealing with any sort of anything in life. Is just figure out who you are and be real to yourself.
I not only respect that, I agree with that. I feel like for a long time, it was difficult for me to do that, only because when I have these because this isn't the first time I've had this conversation, so people might hear that and say, "Well, then the problem is you." I know the problem is me, but here's the quote unquote uniqueness of the situation. Imagine talking to your friend and they give you that same advice, or say, "Hey, bro, don't care about what other people say." Oh, you're right, right. And then they go and hang out with all the people.
Yeah, they're a hypocrite about it.
Well, it's not that they're a hypocrite. It's that if I were to, the reason it's been hard for me, I'll be direct. The reason it's been hard for me to do that for most of my life until recently is because if I do that, I know I'm going to lose 95% of the people in my life. But with that being said, our album, when we started making it, reminds me a lot of when I first got sober. When I first got sober, bro, I lost a lot of friendships. And it wasn't because I got sober, because that makes them sound like terrible, right? It's because they signed up to be the friend of the guy who crashed out and made a fool of himself every weekend. That's who they wanted as a friend. That's not who I was anymore. So they're like, yo, like I'm cool. Like whoever you want to be a little artist, cool. Like go do that over there. I don't fuck with that. When we started making our album, I told you, like it reminded me of when I first started making music, like putting my heart and my thoughts in what I was going through at that time, right then and there, without giving a fuck about what anyone's going to say or how they're going to receive it.
Right.
And in that process, a lot of the people I consider friends aren't there anymore. And the older I get, and my son is on the way now, I literally had a conversation with my dad about this. I'm like, I'm not going to be a father and talk about, oh, he's a fake friend because he didn't like my post. Like, I'm done with that, bro. I'm cool with that. I don't think a single CEO of any company, which is, by the way, we're CEOs of our own companies, right? I don't think a single CEO is like, let me post my stats on my story today so everyone knows I did something.
Yeah,
or
I hate that shit, man.
Yeah, like, bro, it's been tempting every now and then. I want to show people how proud I am of what we've done without pretty much any backing. But
yeah, but you gotta keep your success in the dark to people.
Real shit. So that's to summarize what I'm saying. Not only do I think you're the final person to tell me this, and I actually like live it out because I see now, you know what? Like all of y'all are going to do whatever the fuck you want to do and say whatever the fuck you want to say. The greatest of the greats, which is what I want to be in my life, don't give a single fuck about anybody else.
See, I think I was about to express that because for me, I am who I am because of the people I chose to kick it with.
Right.
And everybody I ever hung out with didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a learned behavior. It's not, because you are who you hang out with. You know what I mean? So if I was around a bunch of people that were spoiled and this and that, even if I'm not spoiled, I'm gonna have a spoiled mindset. You know what I mean?
Shit, yeah.
I know somebody like that. So for me, I hung out with, the street dudes who were shady and just didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? It didn't matter at all. Nothing mattered. You know what I mean? It didn't even matter if you went to jail. Fuck it. Who cares? You fucking did it. You know what I mean? So it takes people to put yourself around certain individuals. And I think that's why you kind of forced a little bit more because you've been kicking it with me. So, and you're like, oh, yo, this dude don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? And then you see that and you're like, well, shit. That's cool. That's what I need to do. You know what I mean? Like this dude acts like nothing bothers him. You feel me? I get that shit a lot. Obviously everything bothers me, but at the end of the day, like I tuck it down and fucking move on, bro. You know what I mean? Fuck it, who cares? You know what I mean? If I still wake up tomorrow, then what the fuck is the purpose?
I agree with that. I think that the thing you have helped me with a lot, and I've said it in a bunch of interviews, is there were things that I wasn't, this is just an example. I had let so many people that I trusted or I thought I could trust say, hey, yo, I think you should stop wearing hats and earrings because Like it kind of makes people
Oh,
view you this way.
the way they approach the situation.
Yeah. So I'm thinking they're coming from a genuine place. Because put it this way, bro. People online say the worst shit in the world.
Yeah, for sure.
If we were at a gas station right now and 10 people, 100 people that I don't know say, why are you wearing a sleeve? Are you a fucking athlete? Tomorrow, you're not going to see me take off the sleeve.
Yeah.
But one person I love, which is usually what it is.
Yeah,
people make it seem like I care about fucking strangers on the street, bro, or like an artist I met one time.
Right.
It's like, no, bro. These are people who have been in my house.
It's when it comes from the right person.
Yeah.
In the right place. You know what I mean?
But I think it's the right person.
Oh yeah, that's true. Huh?
They really, the whole time they were like, I need to get August to stop wearing this thing because he feels empowered. And the more empowered he is, the more I start to like him. And if I start to like him, I know my fans are going to fucking like this guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And before it was fans, it was friends. Like, I've had people, like, I would make friends of other people's friends. Like, man, Marco's a really cool person. Like, he's funny and all this stuff. It's like, yeah, he's funny, but like, I don't know, man. He's got a drinking problem. I don't want to hang out with him. Like, people do shit like that.
Yeah.
And when you're younger and you don't stand on 10, that really, honestly, summarize everything that I'm saying with, you reminded me of how I need to stand on 10. That's, if you reminded me of anything, it's, bro, wear what you want, say what you want, because no matter what you say or do, you're not going to make fucking anybody happy.
No, not at all. And you could die tomorrow.
Real shit.
If you was on your deathbed tomorrow, I mean, you'd have all those regrets of not doing and saying the things that you want to do. Because it's your fucking life. You know what I mean? Like, I've told people, this is who gives a fuck? This is my life. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Don't be around it. Don't be involved. I am not going to be mad about it at all. I don't give a fuck about you. You know what I mean? It's not that fucking serious.
Yeah.
And not only that, you just proved to me that I don't fucking need you. You know what I mean? Like, why are you here? You were here for the wrong reasons. Because the people that truly, genuinely fuck with you, they fuck with you no matter what.
Real shit.
I no matter what, bro. You know what I mean? Like, you could fucking date a fucking fat chick that used to be a hooker. And if I fuck with you and you're my boy, hey, bro, you happy? For sure. You know what I mean? I might have advice for you.
You might catch some of these jokes.
Yeah. I might be like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? But if you put me in check, like, hey, bro, she really makes me happy, this and that. All right, hey, long as you happy, bro, that's love.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
None of my business.
That's where it comes from, bro. Like, if people truly fuck with you, they fuck with you 100% of the way, no matter what it looks like. So anything other than that, you can just fucking leave it behind. You know what I mean? And I learned that shit a long time ago, bro. Like, just like you. Like, I've had people cut me out of their life, obviously, like I just said. So learning that and cutting people out myself made me take a step back. Like, what happens when someone makes a decision to cut you out? You know what I mean? Like, not accidentally, not just, we just fucking fade away as friends, but like on purpose. Like, it takes a lot, especially someone you used to really fuck with and something happened, you know what I mean? So you just got to stop giving a fuck, bro. And for me, I try to stop thinking about why. You know what I mean? Like, when something like that happens, I stop trying to put myself in their shoes too much. And like, oh, maybe they did it because of this. Maybe I did this to them. Like, because then you just fall into this negative mindset and this deep hole of questions in your own mind. And then you start asking yourself, what's wrong with me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's bad for the brain. So, you know, naturally you ask those questions, but you got to cut it out right at the surface level and be like, you know what? It is what it is. I don't need, if they're not going to share their explanation with me why they cut me out, then just leave it at that.
Real shit. My dad said it best. Son, start acting like if they said it behind your back, like if you heard it from a third person, you might as well have not heard it at all.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like it didn't exist because it didn't matter enough to them to fucking tell you.
And the only reason it should matter is if you're going to go confront them about it. And then how they react is your second answer. You know what I mean? Because I've had that happen where you get feedback from somebody like, hey, yo, so-and-so said this. Or maybe they're just talking about it and you're like, oh, what? What happened? And then you confront that person. Hey, I heard this and this and that. If they don't just right off the bat be like, yeah, bro, honestly, you know what I mean? I did say that, this and that. That ain't a true friend. You know what I mean?
Right.
They don't value your friendship, your space, nothing like that. If they just flat out lie, nah, bro, what are you talking about? And you know for sure it's facts. You can show them the video, and they'll be like, "No, that wasn't even me, bro." Like
That's AI.
that's how you know. Like, all right, at that point, I don't even care what you say after you say no.
It's done.
I got my second answer.
Right.
We're done. You feel me? So it's just like a girl. It's just like being in a relationship. You know what I mean? Like when somebody does something toxic first, if she cheats first the first time, and you want to let her slide, cool. But if you set that boundary and say, "Hey, the second time, if you cheat again, you're done." If you let her do it again the second time, oh, fucking fuck it. You know what I mean? She's going to keep doing it and keep doing it because now she knows she can get away with it.
Right.
Same with the homie that talks shit behind your back. If he can get away with it, he's going to get away with it and just lie about it to your face. I didn't say that. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? And that's pretty familiar from where I come from the streets. You lie, especially police. You do something, you can shoot somebody in the head and the police saw you do it. Hey, why'd you shoot that dude? I didn't shoot that dude. That's normal. You know what I mean? Yeah. You're not trying to go to jail. But lying to your homie, that's not normal.
You know what, bro? You're right. Moving the conversation forward, because you said lying, and it reminds me of, I lied to myself for a long time, like a long time. So now I have a policy of full honesty.
To yourself?
No, in general.
Okay.
In general. My wife says this a lot. I'm an all or nothing kind of person. I'm like an absolute kind of person. It's shitty. It's shitty to have to live that way. But like my parents.
Is it though? Is it shitty?
Yeah, I mean, because it's survival mode, bro.
Okay.
To me, it's all or nothing is like, bro, I either spend every dollar of my pocket or
nothing.
I
just
nothing.
Don't do nothing.
Exactly. All right, I'm either all in on this music or I'm kind of. It's like
one foot in, 1 foot out.
That's why I went sober. I couldn't have just one fucking beer. I like, or one weekend I'm like, yeah, I had one. Next weekend I had two. Weekend after I had four.
So would you say with that behavior that you don't have self-control?
I want to say that, but I have self-control in more areas than I don't. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for me to tell you, no, I don't have self-control, because I have self-control with, like, for example, women, right? I'm not going to sit here and tell you that since I've been in a relationship, I've never gotten attention from another woman, but I just don't say anything about it. I don't, when I say anything about it, I mean, like, I don't message them back.
Right. You don't speak on it. You don't act on it.
Nothing. Because to me, it's like, let it go. And then everyone moves on. I don't have to call her out of her name, say, fuck you, I'm in a relationship. Like, I just let it go. I don't have to say thank you, but I'm taking, like, nothing. Just let it go. So I have a lot of self-control when it comes to that. But when it comes to, like, for example, music, bro, I'll be working on a music video until I'm fucking tired. So I'm like about to fall asleep. Or
that's that all or nothing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, bro, like I have to get to a certain point for me to feel satisfied or rested. And I'm not gonna.
That's a little OCD, a little bit.
A little bit.
You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. It's been affecting my mental health.
Yeah, you gotta learn to take a step back and be like, yo, like, this can get done tomorrow.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I realize that about you too. Like you're always like in your own brain on a time crunch because you fit so much shit together in one day where you're just like, I got to get all this done because I got more shit to do tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I respect that because that's that hustle. I fuck with that. But you got to definitely, choose mental health over everything. So for me, like when I'm editing a music video, if I'm 4 hours deep or something, my brain starts hurting and I look at the clock and it's late. All right, I can finish this tomorrow.
Yeah.
No big deal. And as much as I get off the computer and want to go back and be like, oh, I'm just so excited to get it done, I know that tomorrow I'm going to be in a better headspace to get it done better.
Yeah. That's some real shit. And it was easier for me. It was easier said than done until I had a night terror like 4 months ago. And for anyone watching, a night terror is like when your body is reacting to the dream, but you're not there. So I had one 4 months ago, and then I had one last week. And the one 4 months ago was pure stress. Pure stress. Like there was a lot of shit going on. It wasn't just music. It was everything in my life going on. A lot of responsibility that I don't talk about on camera. But this one last week, I was actually in a pretty damn good mood before I went to bed, and I woke up and I'm like standing over my bed. I feel like a burn. It was a carpet burn on my side, and my neck hurts, and I'm like, what's going on? And my wife told me that I jumped out of bed, and like I was screaming, spider, spider, spider. And I even at one point, like after I fell, I got up, I said, you don't see that big ass spider right there? And then right after then, I like woke up like a whole different person. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, what's going on? And so that awakened me to this, like, okay, from now on, because I did my own doctor research. No, not just ChatGPT. But I did my own doctor research, everything I could. And really what it is have the same bedtime consistently for at least
that's super important.
super important.
I have a bedtime. My lady gets mad because my phone goes off at 9:15 Monday through Friday. It dings to let me know in 15 minutes it's your bedtime.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like you have to keep a consistent bedtime.
Bro, mental health is the most important thing in this life, bro.
Yeah.
And especially for men, we don't prioritize it. And that goes back to me telling you, you know what I mean? Like you got too much on your plate, bro, at one time. Like, don't worry. I know we could die tomorrow, but you got plenty of time.
Yeah. Real shit. And I'm glad that you're on the same page with me. So let me ask you about your mental health, man. Like, what are some things that you do to stay mentally healthy?
Ooh. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know.
Not giving a fuck about other people. No, not other people, but their opinions in here.
That helped a lot for sure. I don't know. Music is the only thing, and my wife,
Okay.
my relationship, my future, and my past. Knowing where I came from, knowing what I want, being ambitious, not to the point to where I'm like you, where I'm like fucking on a time crunch. I do get those moments,
Right.
and,
Yeah.
no disrespect by that, but I'm just being ambitious, always wanting more for myself, but not in a bad way, in a sense of like, oh, what I have now, I'm not appreciative of it. I need more. I'm very much appreciative. I take a lot of moments of clarity where I block out the noise and take a look around and say, damn, I have all this stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that's super important. I have conversations with myself a lot,
Out loud or
out loud,
Oh, okay.
and tell myself I'm proud of myself and look in the mirror and is that who I want to be? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, just being ambitious, I would say, other than making music and, my wife making me happy, just being ambitious and always looking towards the future, always having a plan, not so much that it's strenuous, but just always having some sort of a plan, but yet letting the reins go sometime and just also going with the flow. Like okay, I had this plan, it didn't work out. That's fine. We'll figure it out. We'll figure out a new plan.
Yeah.
No big deal. Instead of, oh, it didn't work out. What am I going to do now? I got to figure it out right now, today. Oh, fuck. You know what I mean?
That was me, bro.
Yeah. So you gotta just understand, like, I do believe everything happens for a reason. And if it's not meant to be, maybe it's just not meant to be at this time.
Yeah.
Just like music. Now I didn't fucking make it rapping yet, but maybe it's because it's just not my time yet. And when the time comes where I'm like, yo, I guess my time is just never, I have to accept that.
Yeah.
And that's cool.
I guess my time is never. As long as we work towards it. Shout out Night and Day Labs. And one of the things that Simba was telling me over there was, you don't want to tell your son that you quit. It's different than saying that you failed. Like you didn't make it.
That's big.
Yeah, but like he gave me a real life example. He's like, what's cool about what you're doing is that one day your son is going to discover your music videos or your songs.
Yep.
And he's going to say, Dad, you made this?
Yep.
And what you don't want to do in that moment is say,
or he's going to be like, Dad, what the fuck are you wearing?
Dad, why are you wearing a poncho, bro? You're like 75%.
You're white.
Cut that shit the fuck out. Oh my God.
I had to.
No, it's fine. It's fine. jokes are fine when I know where they're fucking coming from, you know? But, no, like, you don't want to tell your son
That you quit.
that, oh yeah, that's that thing I used to do. Oh, well, because what am I going to say? I quit because it got hard. I quit because it was going to be too much money. I quit because, oh, not enough artists friends like me. You know what I started doing? I started writing out, not in a song, but on like my phone, what a problem is. He said my clothes look stupid. I'm like, dude, I sound like I'm 5, and I fucking deleted it. And then that's when I started saying, not even worth it. Worth it in a song because people can relate to people talking shit about you, whatever the case may be. But no, I'm not gonna, honestly, to your point, mental health, what I do is now is that cutoff point.
Yeah.
Not just for going to sleep, but now it's for work.
Okay. Yep.
All right. Like at a certain point,
work has to be left behind.
Whatever.
That's very important. A lot of people struggle with that as well. That's a good point.
Yeah. Whatever you got, to your point, whatever you got done or didn't get done, write it down. Write it down. Writing shit.
That's yeah. Writing shit down definitely helps.
Yeah.
Seeing it.
You're the king. You're the king of that, bro.
King of it.
Oh my God, man. But yeah, man, mental health is super important, but I feel like right now, this is to me, this is where we start talking about nostalgia, in my brain at least, is I feel like we live in a world that it's not that they don't prioritize mental health because the content is out there. I feel like it's not pushed enough, right? I feel like the environment, it's almost, I put it this way, it's almost like if you're in a relationship with someone, a toxic one, and every weekday, Monday through Friday, they're telling you, hey, like, you should go to the gym, like, you should take care of yourself. And then every weekend, they're like, hey, we're eating pizza. I'm not eating that fucking broccoli shit.
That's hella me with my wife.
Oh, no.
Real shit, bro.
But what I'm saying is like, it's if social media can say mental health till it's blue in the face, the environment of social media inherently is not a place for mentally healthy.
Oh, absolutely not.
No, not at all.
Then that's the biggest thing right now with mental health is social media.
Yeah.
Because of social media, people struggle with their mental health.
Real shit.
Because of comparisons, because there's nobody to talk to, and nobody knows how to talk to each other in person no more.
Yeah.
You can text somebody all day long, but you can't fucking look them in the eye.
You can't just look them in the eye.
You know what I mean?
And that, to me, is what Project Nostalgia is about. I by the time people see this, the fucking cover art is revealed, and I put those clips out of someone describing where nostalgia came from and like what it means to them.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing that I learned, it said nostalgia is actually a social utility that helps people in their social life.
Mm.
Now I'm paraphrasing, but what I got from that was you understanding who you are, what you like, and what makes you happy. The reason we start thinking about childhood, think about it, bro. Childhood was probably the last place for most people on this planet where they had freedom.
Oh, yeah.
And lack of judgment.
Oh, for sure.
You and I right now can't pull over to the side of the fucking street and start rolling down the grass.
But as a kid, it's okay.
Yeah, exactly. As a kid, they're like, oh, look at them. They're having fun.
For sure. That's why being a child is beautiful.
Right. But they would look at us like, dude, someone call the police.
There's something wrong with that dude.
They're on drugs.
Yep.
Like, think about that, bro. Like, you enjoying your life is associated with being on fucking drugs. Now, honestly.
But that's also because drug addicts are rolling on the ground.
It doesn't help. It doesn't help the guy. So, I mean, that to me, Project Nostalgia, like, it's not about, I want to live in the past again. It's like, no, I want to create an environment on social media or in the real world where people can get in touch with the things that made them happy.
Yeah.
Like connection.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake, bro. Not comparing each other to the other person. You know?
Big facts.
Actually, forget about Project Nostalgia as a album. Like, what does the word nostalgia mean to you?
Like, just memories of things that feel like they used to be normal and now they're not. Looking back at like even like just shit that you used to use in school. You know what I mean? Like fucking the manual fucking pencil sharpener in the back of the fucking, you know what I mean? The back of the class, the projectors,
When they rolled in the TV.
where it rolled in the TV, like
Shit.
that's nostalgic. You know what I mean? How people used to dress. So to me, nostalgia is just memories.
Would you say that if you could bring anything back from your life that you used to do as a kid to now without being judged for, I mean, you don't give a fuck about judgment, but like, what would it be?
I don't know about like the judgment thing. But if I could bring anything back, it would be life before cell phones.
Okay.
Life before when you had to go to somebody's house because they didn't answer the house phone to see if they were home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if a girl liked you, you gave her your home phone number and she'd call and your fucking parents would answer and like, hey, someone's on the phone for you. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just little shit like that, I think, is what I miss the most about the old days. There's too much access with our phones. If I could get rid of anything, it'd be the phone.
The phone?
You know? Yeah, just get rid of the fucking cell phone, bro.
Get rid of the internet access on the phone. I'm down with having like, you don't want a flip phone?
Not even that, because the internet, I used to have a computer still.
Yeah.
Back in the day, the internet was just the internet. You know, MySpace and shit, it wasn't like it was now with social media. So the internet really, for me, isn't the negative downfall. It's just your phone. Just your phone. That's what I think. That's my opinion.
Okay. I feel like there is use for social media. I think we just use it wrong. And I feel like we use it wrong because people are insecure. So have you ever heard the phrase, money doesn't change you, it makes you more of what you already are?
Yeah.
I think the same thing about social media. I think that if you're somebody who you feel like you don't belong, or you feel like you don't have enough friends or validation, most likely, if you have social media, you are probably altering your pictures so that your face looks a certain way, or you're embellishing your accomplishments. You are stretching the truth to, or like maybe you went to, Drake said in a song once, you went to Greece a couple months ago, but you took hella pictures and you post it to make it look like you're still out there and shit like that. I feel as if people do that when they are insecure, and I feel like the insecurity comes from a lack of information or teaching. Like I feel like we should normalize. I hope that you and I are part of the process of normalizing it. We should normalize telling people, hey, you're only going to have 5 friends. Maybe if you're lucky, you have 5 good friends.
Yeah, but somebody told me that when I was younger, and I was like, nah. You know what I mean?
I know, yeah, when you're young.
When you're stubborn and you think you know it all, not even when you're young. I meet people that are like that now.
But you don't think that's a little, I don't want to say sad like it's pathetic, but I mean like sad in the sense of, I want better for you?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, for sure. But, you know, some people don't see it like that. I was one of those people that you can tell me something, you can tell me the wall was purple, and I don't give a fuck if it's purple. If I thought it was blue, that motherfucker blue.
Blue, yeah, right,
You know what I mean? So I was really one of those people. It just comes from growth and training your own mind to be different. But yeah, I don't know. I would disagree and agree to that statement.
Fair enough. Let's close this out, bro. The Deluxe.
The Deluxe.
The Deluxe.
Deluxe cheeseburger. Sounds pretty good right now.
Oh shit. That might be the move after the fucking, I don't want to spoil what we're doing right now, because by the time we release this, I don't think that's gonna come out. But what does this part of Project Nostalgia mean to you, the Deluxe?
To me, this means closing a chapter, but in a good way. Yeah. Project Nostalgia, the original, was such a good album. it was a pivoting point in both of our careers, our lives. And now this is kind of like closing that book, but it feels refreshing. It doesn't feel like I'm closing it because something bad happened. It's, it's like a sigh of relief.
Right.
Like, like we did it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So that, to me, that's what it represents.
I couldn't agree with that more. I feel like it's like the end of the first book of Harry Potter,
Oh, there you go.
even though there's more in the series. But like this part of the story, in terms of the album itself, is done. That doesn't if you're hearing that doesn't mean there's not content on the way, music on the way. But in the sense of let's keep making more songs around this theme right here. I don't know if that's going to be the case.
Right.
Right. There's not a deluxe on the way. I promise. Yeah.
Hell no. But it's like, okay, to put it simple, the deluxe. The original was good. The deluxe made it better.
Right.
A hamburger's just a hamburger without cheese. But you add the cheese and it's a motherfucking cheeseburger, and now it's a deluxe, bitch. You know what I'm saying? That's what we giving you. We put the cheese on the motherfucking original album, and now, unless you lactose tolerant, you gonna fuck with it. You know what I mean? Because now it tastes better.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I hope that if you guys made it this far, or if you're listening to this point right now, no matter what it is you're going through in life,
Who gives a fuck?
Who gives a fuck? I don't want y'all to do what I did and fucking hold on to these things. If you could take one thing from what I said, is believe people when they show you who they are, and fuck them. Live your life, not theirs.
Yeah. And I would just say, don't have such a negative mindset and think that everybody's out to get you and think that you don't have a future just because certain things happen to you or certain people made you feel some way. At the end of the day, it's your life. You put yourself in that situation. You can get the fuck out of it. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. It's never where you're at right now is not the final resting point, unless of course you fucking die right now. But there's always something that you can do about it. Even when you feel like you can't, there's always something you can do about it. Just like if you want to make an album, you can make a fucking deluxe if you want to.
Project Nostalgia, the Deluxe.